How do you take a man from 4th position to number 1? Which law? Which document did you see? No, I don't get it. That Uzodimma became governor. How? Look at the Rivers case. When it was on the side of Wike to seek that the local government election was nullified, the Supreme Court was very fast. They took this. When it was on the side of when we saw, Nigerians saw, the video is still online, that the State House of Assembly, loyal to Nyesom Wike, decamped to the APC. What did the Judiciary do? The Judiciary looked for a way to make sure that thing didn't work. Said that their name was not found on the register of the party. Or they do not have membership card. And then they came back. When the president declared state of emergency under section 305, it would have been his right to declare state of emergency, put soldiers there, check security. But the president who was elected by the people, who based on the Supreme Court judgment, and the governor who was also elected by the people, and also based on the Supreme Court pronouncement too, the president removed the governor, suspending him from office for 6 months. A case was brought by interested parties, the PDP governors. For 162 days, the Supreme Court refused to hear the case. You know why? Because they know that there's no way they will hear the case, that the decision of the president will not be faulted. There's no way. They are aware. So for that reason, they are more interested that this illegality persists. They are more happy that the president's decision goes through without any challenge. So who is going to call the Supreme Court to order? It's the people. And you look at the Supreme Court today, the decisions that they are taking, how is it working? Wike was on one of the Chinese television yesterday. He said that Toyeko came to his house to ask him to help him with Supreme Court judgment. Is Wike a Supreme Court judge that somebody will come and help him or to fund him? If he said the man came to him to give him money to fund the Supreme Court judgment, it's a different thing. We were here when a serving senator sitting in the red chamber said that some senator used to come and meet him because his wife was a Court of Appeal president. No country in the world succeed when you have a bias and a weak judiciary. That people, there's perception. People want to talk about, oh, have you caught these people with money? You look at the situation where America is stopping not giving visa to some judges because they feel they are corrupt, and you feel that it's good, that we should just don't what it's America that is doing it. You don't know the data that America has. You don't know the information they have. When the Supreme Court can just sit down and take these decisions without looking at the effect, long-term effect on our economic and political life. Nobody. I was with some very big investors who were talking about the man is investing in Ghana. And I asked him why. He said, I had 4 cases in Ghana. I went to court. The cases are not even as clear as the one I had in Nigeria. I won all of them. But the one that was clear, 90% clear in Nigeria, I lost it. 1. So why will I invest my money here? So Supreme Court, the perception that people see becomes their reality. So people are afraid of putting their money where the security check that only they have is the Supreme Court, is the Appeal Court, is our Federal High Court and State High Court. So it's clear that we have a challenge. And if we are aware that we have a challenge, the best thing we can do to make sure that this challenge does not consume all of us is for people to have a rethink. To have a rethink. Today we talk about Justice Toputa. We're talking about him every day. Even when there was crisis in this country and they were trying to set it, they look for who had discipline, who has character. They brought him as a Toputa panel. I don't know why people don't want to live that life. Sibuba Galadima, it was on TV. Said that there's a plot for Tinubu to appoint one of the former Court of Appeal judges as INEC chairman. That should have been an happy thing for all of us. You understand? Because a judge being an INEC chairman would have been the best thing. But why are they shouting? They say the alleged judge, allegedly that the judge that is being proposed is a very corrupt official, judicial official. So these are the issue. Because if not, Nigerians would have been rejoicing. Oh, the man will know the law. The man will understand the integrate and dynamics of Nigerian politician. The man will, but nobody is thinking of that. People are thinking of the corruption. They think there's is perception. We look at Orumolo Abiwo, the former chief judge of the chief judge of the federation, who was given the consultative of accountancy was given to his brother. His children were given a position on the bench. So these are, you can't now run a judiciary that is now driven to nepotism, tribalism, corruption, and all sorts of negative tendencies, and you expect a country to survive. We have a challenge, and that challenge is that we must start to clean up the judiciary.